Payton looking for an opening. Pick and roll the count. The two stars in a pick and roll classically executed.
All across America, you're there to see us through. Just around the corner, a neighborhood Jiffy Lube.
Since 1979, Jiffy Lube has serviced over 100 million cars. Jiffy Lube's signature service, and we offer Pennzoil.
3,000 miles, you make us smile. America's Jiffy Lube.
Jiffy Lube, America's favorite oil change.
Yeah, it's all good on the hardwood, remaining calm. My game is tight and the bomb like Sean. Simply on the mission when transition is the game. Steady on the game, it's the man who make it rain. Came on the scene, green at 19. Critics intervened, but I still made the dream. Now the whole world is mine to reinvent, where my skills represent like my name was Sean Kemp. Yeah, you better understand it. This is my planet.
Time changes. Nothing lasts forever. Either you change or you get left behind. Today's technology is amazing, but the batteries got left behind. Well, Rayovac changed all of that. Renewal. They are alkaline like regular batteries, but more advanced. You can renew them, reuse them, and they come back strong. It's so easy to throw them in here. Why would I throw them out there? Play it smart. Rayovac Renewal.
And welcome back. Remember, after the Rockets and Sonics tonight, it's Inside the NBA. Vince Giuliani, your host, joined by Ricky Mayhem, Rick Mahorn.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Turner Sports.
Actually, you know, 3-year All-American in college, win a championship, Rock and Jock Hall of Fame, and I got to deal with this man.
I can feel it in my heart and up through my bones. I can't take it anymore. I got a basketball Jones.
And they say Dennis Rodman has problems. This guy's better get a break.
Basketball fans, get ready for this. It's Inside the NBA. I can feel it in my heart and all up to my bones. I can't take it anymore. I got a basketball Jones. And yes, I am a fan. I like to watch it to play. I'm getting ready for my show inside the NBA. Now they got all the stories of the highlights and slams, and they got player interviews for us basketball fans. Here we go. Are you ready? It's Inside the NBA. I'm getting ready. It's Inside the NBA.
And you can look for my complete collection of NBA hits. It's not sold in stores, but stand by on this program for complete ordering information. Me, Slim Whitman, Engelbert Humperdinck, the whole bit. In the words of Manute Bol, that's Rick Mahorn, pride of the New Jersey Nets with us tonight. Rick, thanks for sticking around.
Hey, thank you.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
And what do you think, Bad Boy Revisited? We had a good game tonight.
Yes, it was very exciting. I mean, three-pointers out of the air. I mean, they shoot like I do.
More on that in a minute, Rick. Hold that thought. Let's get right to the game tonight. Good news for Houston tonight. The good news, well, it couldn't get any worse. Their Game 1 shellacking at the hands of the Sonics. That was one for the ages. Buried by 33 points, a team record for punishment. Akeem held to a personal playoff low of 6 points. As Rockets go, these were the bottle variety. So what would happen in Game 2 at Key Arena? Would the resilient Rockets bounce back? As Rick said, this was quite a show. Also, that's quite a piece of hardware there for Gary Payton, named NBA Defensive Player of the Year. There's Kenny Smith, the dish to Chucky Brown scoring underneath. Houston with the early 2-point lead. Payton, defense, they go together. Stealing Olajuwon's pass, he's going to go in, fouled by Ori as well. The game was tied up in the first. Now to the third. This is where it got crazy. They're shooting from all over. Detlef Schrempf, a three-pointer. Robert Ori answers with a tray. More three-pointers. Kenny Smith, Percy Hawkins. The Hawk knocks that one down. It turned into a three-point exhibition. Then Mario Elie, what a good look here. Driving to the basket there. 103-101, Seattle in front. Down by 2, this is a Rocket possession. There's your Defensive Player of the Year again. Gary Payton harassing the dream, stealing it, and he shows the glove. That's the glove, and that was the difference in the game as the Sonics win 105-101. And they lead the series now 2-0. Schrempf at 21, Payton 18, McMillan 15, 5 of 5 from three-point range, Drexler 19, and Akeem 17. The Sonics won 11 straight now over the Rockets. Game 3 shifts to the Summit on Friday night. Remember this, though. The Rockets, 4 years in a row now, down 0-2 in semifinal play. They came back to beat Phoenix the last 2 years. The year before that, though, they lost to Seattle in 7 games. Perhaps an omen. Now the three-point feast we were talking about. Seattle with the most three-pointers in a game, playoff or otherwise, 20 of 27 tonight. We see the Houston Rockets, they've been involved in a lot of these games. In fact, all the rest. And their 13 of 27 tonight keeps them in the record books as we count it down. So a three-point barrage, and it's the Sonics coming out on top. And Rick, you mentioned three-point shooting. Career 5 of 37 you are from three-point range. That's a nifty 14%. So our stats crew, you know,
they're
really
very
all over.
Good. They went to the books for it.
Surprised at all? Not that I pulled out that stat, but that they shot it up like this, and really maybe not to Houston's advantage.
Well, Houston is a good three-point shooter. That's one of their weapons that they have out there. But Seattle, in turn, was shooting the ball very well tonight. I mean, they walked out of the locker room and said, I'm going to shoot a three from here.
All right, now let's move on the inside, from inside the arc here, and that's our inside look at the game, the Sonics and the Rockets. And you know how in Game 1 the Sonics swarmed Akeem. He was held to 9 shots and just 6 points. Rick, what kind of job did they do against him tonight?
Well, tonight when they double-teamed him, he was right down there looking for the man to come trap. So Seattle did trap and got the turnover. At the next possession, he saw Cutting Drexler coming to the basket for the easy lay-in. And then as he reestablishes the post, the man gets there too late to do that, and what it results in is the team getting the 2 points.
So just a good all-around job. Now let's talk about the Houston Rockets, and as I mentioned, they've been down 0-2 in a semifinal series before. What do you think their mindset is now as two-time defending champs as they go home in this hole?
Well, they bounced back from coming from that 33-point loss just a couple of days ago. For them to go back there and establish themselves to get a win at home, that's going to be very important. They have to protect their home so they can carry this to a 7-game series.
But a pretty classy team, and there's no panic with that team, is
No, it isn't. They're all professionals, true professionals that everybody has to respect. To see them walk on the court, what they did tonight, they showed that they had the heart of the lion to come back and perform well tonight.
Okay, let's move on now, and it's time for the AutoZone News of the Day. It involves the basketball shrine, and it involves some of the greatest players of all time, inducted into the Springfield, Massachusetts Hall of Fame. On this Monday, the newest basketball Hall of Famers took their place among the all-time greats. The inductees included the Iceman, George Gervin, who won 4 NBA scoring titles using the signature finger roll, as well as David Thompson's in there, he of the 44-inch vertical leap. Also Gail Goodrich, the great Laker guard, UCLA guard, George Bird Yardley, Olympic medalist Nancy Lieberman-Klein, and the late Yugoslav star Vesemir Kosic. Inductees now number 215 people in 4 teams, all in Springfield, where James Naismith invented the game more than 104 years ago during Rick's rookie year. I'm just kidding, big man.
You know.
I'm just kidding, big
Oh, okay.
We got a lot of show to do. Wait a minute.
Okay.
All right, there's much more ahead on Inside the NBA, including Rick's old pal, Dennis Rodman. I'm no makeup expert, but I'll tell you what. I'd have to say that for Dennis, the tip here is less eyeshadow. That would be a good start. Word on his look and his world and maybe his NBA title. Nice boa, by the way.
Inside the NBA is brought to you by Foot Locker, the world's most complete athletic footwear store. Foot Locker, where it all begins.
Too hot in your car? Don't sweat it. Now at Pep Boys, get a cool deal on our air conditioning quick check for only $19.99. Our AC quick check only $19.99. Pep Boys, everything but gas.
Gravity by Foot Locker. Of all the laws of nature, you are my least favorite.
It's not your fault you exist, but gravity?
You are no friend of mine. You do not belong in my house, though you show up every morning. I defy you, Gravity. You are not my obstacle.
That grin you see, that's me knowing I will beat you.
If only for an instant. Even if it's just for an instant. Foot Locker, where it all begins and gravity ends.
So what's the big surprise?
Knicks tickets.
American Express? I got a little proposition.
Whoa! Hey, you got my ticket!
Think again, my friend.
Hold it!
American Express, the official card of the NBA.
Might have gone to the moon for these.
Tell me about it.
How helpful are Ace Hardware dealers during helpful hardware days? Well, maybe not that helpful. But they will give you a little extra help at some extra big savings. You can't help but notice, Ace is a place with the helpful hardware folks.
Boys, I'm tired of being a cowboy. The open range, driving cattle, no longer excite me. He's gone loco. I want to drive the open lane. I want to set the pig. Boys, I'm joining the NBA!
Start with the T-shirt. Work on the no-look.
I know they look funny with shorts, but they really help my vertical.
Picked off by Starks. 3-on-2. Harper gives it back. Ewing with the slam. Roll the highlight reel. Oh, yeah. This is incredible. Welcome to the playoffs.
He wanted no restrictions. He doesn't want shirts on. He doesn't want shoes, containment, none of those kinds of things.
Underwear?
No, he wants to do his thing, and it gets in the way sometimes.
But you like him?
Yeah, I love him. I love him. I love him.
Today on the Oprah Winfrey Show, Chicago loves Dennis too, and he's a former teammate of yours, obviously, the bad boy days. You played on a title team with him in '89, but what's with the Dennis Rodman of today as opposed to those days? Is this just an exaggerated version?
It's an exaggerated version, but I mean, back then he was, a little bit more straight-laced, but right now he's enjoying it. I mean, he's taking it to another level. But he's always the guy that comes on 82 games. He's working hard, and he always has a pail and a bucket. He's ready to go to work.
Workmanlike all the time. He was a real great role player for the Piston teams, and he knows his role with this team. He's fit right in. He's the missing component they needed.
Yeah, after they got rid of Horace, Horace Grant went to free agency, and then they acquired Dennis in a trade. That's just going to bring them to another level. Look, they got the best record ever in the NBA.
What do you think about the get-up there for the book signing?
I don't know. I might have to try a bow on myself, and pink might not be my color, though.
Whatever.
It might be yours, though.
All right, it's going to be that way now. Okay.
Yeah, it's the whole night.
All right, the whole night long. We got 3 nights of this. In fact, Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals is in the books. Mike's back hurt, but the Knicks, they felt the pain, and his 44 points in a 91-84 victory. All right, still an injured Jordan was too much for several Knicks players assigned to guard him. Game 2 is Tuesday on TNT. Our Craig Sager brings us up to speed in Chicago.
We're not used to Superman being human, and just the thought of Michael Jordan grimacing in discomfort with back pain had those from Gotham City ready to seize the opportunity. But if Jordan's back was bothering him, you couldn't tell on Sunday.
I didn't want to come out looking hurt, by no means. I feel when they see you bleed, they're going to try to go for the blood, more blood. So, I wanted to come out and look healthy and take some of the focus away from my back.
Jordan scored 44, and the Bulls needed every one of them. None more so than a driving layup over Patrick Ewing after the Knicks had cut the lead to 4 in the final 3 minutes.
I felt going to my right, I can beat him and get to the hole and make Patrick either block the shot or try to draw a charge or get to the hole or draw a foul, something. And I saw a clear lane and I took it.
He saw a gap and was able to get right down the lane. That's too easy of a shot, I think, with the game on the line, and that's one of the things that we have to limit is the easy shots that they're able to get on us.
I should have stepped up a little quicker. I didn't think it was going to go all the way, and he did.
Any speculation that the Bulls' trip to the finals would ride down Easy Street have been laid to rest. The second collision is tomorrow, and the Knicks feel confident they can knock the Bulls off course.
It's just one game, simple as that. They up 1-0 now. Game 2 is on Tuesday. We're going to go work on some things and prepare for the game come Tuesday.
But Michael Jordan's self-imposed job description is to win. It's engraved in granite. The best there ever was, the best there ever will be. And as the Knicks learned in Game 1 on Sunday, you don't tug on Superman's cape.
You don't spit into the wind. You know that one.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, that's impressive when you got a statue outside. Before we get to Michael Jordan, I want to talk about a battle of the big men. It's Oakley versus Rodman, and really in playoff basketball, what it's all about. And we can illustrate this with some video as well, and just how much physicality, to use Dick Versace's word, comes into play, Rick.
It's a dogfight. I mean, every night you have to come in and play hard. Basketball is played on the East Coast like a street game. I mean, it's like you're on my turf. I can't let you come in here and make this layup. I mean, you can see the wide open layup that Jordan had that just showed that Pat could have stepped up and not let him make those easy baskets.
When you played Jordan and with the Pistons, did you have a certain way you guys were going to play him? Why were you successful?
Yeah, we had Joe Dumars. No, we were all committed defensively to make sure that Jordan went one way. We made sure that he was going to beat us going to his left. And then we were going to have a student body 5 just come over there and meet him. And if it was going to be an easy basket, we're going to make him pay for it a little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit.
All right. Now, again, the inside look at what we were talking about here, and this is the Oakley and Rodman matchup. And I think we have some video here to illustrate this. And, the thing is, Dennis chose to wear that hat. But
nice hat.
Charles Oakley really didn't want to wear the mask, but that's, I guess, beside the point.
Yeah. Right now, what Oakley and Rodman are doing right now is they're just establishing themselves in the inside and showing whose basket is this going to be. And once you let somebody come in your house at this point, he went in there and took the ball and stole it and got the easy land. But it's always going to be physical play, so you get bumped and elbowed and things like that. I mean, it's like...
And they let that go. The officials,
well, it's like hockey without the pads and the stick.
That's rough stuff. There's a lot of body being thrown around there, too. Game 2, what do you think happens here? The Knicks really shouldn't probably change that much. They play pretty well.
No, it's just they need to execute the ball a little bit down at the end of the game. I mean, execution at the end of the game is more important than execution at the beginning. It magnifies 10 times when it's in the playoffs, and when you're throwing the ball away and you can't get a good shot, things happen.
Okay, things do happen. Smiths happens sometimes. That was a saying from when the Pacers were still alive. Right now we want to go back to Key Arena in Seattle. 105-101, the Sonics take a 2-0 lead over the Rockets. Dick Stockton and Chuck Daly are talking to Shawn Kemp. Fellas?
Thanks, Vince, and we're here with Shawn Kemp, 17 points, 10 rebounds, but the biggest thing you did tonight was what, down the stretch?
Oh, the free throws, they definitely helped us out at the end, and I think the rebounding. I think, my main job and concern this series is going to be the rebounding. I think for us to go on and to improve, when the series get close, it's going to come down to rebounding, the extra shots at the end of the game, and I think that's where I play a big part of that.
Also the execution on both ends, defensively and offensively. You went to money on the offensive. You got Gary involved in the pick and roll. He made 2 or 3 good decisions, and then defensively, you get the steal on the other end.
I think so. I think we're playing smart. We've talked a lot about getting the ball to the right people at the end of the games. If a double team comes, kick it out for that open jump shot. If you can't hit the jump shot, then drive the ball with penetration and look for the guy on the opposite wing, and it's working out well for us.
And Shawn, besides the free throws, of course, the steal and a critical one. Why don't you tell us about it with Hakeem in the low post?
Well, the thing with Hakeem is you just want to, I try to give him one way to go. He's such a good offensive player that you don't know exactly what he's going to do. And we're trying to force him to shoot that turnaround jump shot over there with pressure. And that was just, it was a little luck. And I think just execution. It worked out fine for us.
It'll be interesting to see how your confidence is when you go into the Lair, where a club is so confident that they can win 2 games at home.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think the thing we're going to have to do is come out and play with the same intensity and, like I said, rebounding. Because when they're at home, it seems like they get a lot more offensive rebounding. And we know they can hit the 3-pointers there at their building. So we got our work cut out for us. It looks good right now. But like I said, we struggled the last 2 years, Chuck, and we're not going to lay down right now. We're just going to try to work and stay into it.
All right, so the Sonics brimming with confidence. Congratulations, Shawn. 2-0, Seattle over Houston. That's the story from here right now. Let's send it back to Vince Cellini.
All right, thank you, Dick Stockton and Chuck Daly. And again, 2-0, the Sonics lead Game 3 Friday night at the Summit in Houston. We have to take a break right now, but we'll be back and talk about the Miller family. Only one left in postseason now, and that's Cheryl.